This is John McCormick and welcome back to Elite Health Products, and in this video we're going to talk about the dangers of buying supplements from a health food store, so stick around. So why would I say the dangers of buying supplements from a health food store? I mean, things should be pretty much regulated, shouldn't they? Well, not really the case. In the health food industry, we still have a long way to go when it comes to regulation. There has been an awful lot of charlatans and people producing products and putting them on shelves in health food stores that do absolutely nothing for you. And I know this from personal experience. In the 80s, I managed a health food store for 6 years. And I saw everything that came in and out of that store and went on those shelves. Now, I'm not saying everything is not good, but a lot of it isn't. And people end up spending their money on products that really don't do anything. And part of the reason for this has to do with the money they spend on the quality of the product. So most money in a retail environment is spent on the marketing of that product. That is the biggest budget, not the manufacturing of that product. So if you have a multivitamin, let's say, most of the money to put that or take that multivitamin to market is spent on the marketing of that product. They must get it out there to sell it. So there's an awful lot of that budget that gets allocated to that, much more than goes into the development of the product. So that's part of the reason why I say it's dangerous to take supplements from a health food store. Now, there is a way around that, and that is to find companies that are more ethical and spend that money they would otherwise use in marketing on the product. And the only marketing system that does that, that allocates an awful lot of money into the research and development of the product, is a network marketed product. Whatever the company, if that company is successful over time, then their product is a quality product. It must be, because the marketing for anything in network marketing is word of mouth. So it's like going to a movie or something. If you didn't like the movie, you tell a friend, nobody goes to the movie. It's the same thing when it comes to health, beauty, fitness, whatever the product is. If it's a network marketed product, that marketing system requires quality products. So that's how you can get around buying supplements from a health food store. Find a good network marketing product or company that has a good product, and most of them will. So I've got a little clip here from old Doc Greger, and he explains this in a little more detail. He talks about the research, so I love going through his material because it's scientifically based. So let's cut to that, and then I shall see you on the next one.
The regulation of dietary supplements in the United States has been described as too little, too late. Dietary supplements may be adulterated with dangerous compounds, be contaminated, fail to contain what they say they contain, or contain unknown doses of the ingredients listed on the label, be sold at toxic dosages, or produce harmful effects in other ways. This not only messes up any research done on them, but can put the general public at risk. A third-party company that has tested thousands of supplements identified approximately 1 in 4 with a quality problem, either not containing what it says or contaminated in some way. 1 in 4. For example, I've done a few videos on the remarkable properties of black raspberries. Can't always find them fresh or frozen, so how about black raspberry supplements? You go to the store or look online. How about this one? Fresh, raw, pure. That sounds good. Let's look at the back. It says it contains just seedless black raspberry powder and absolutely nothing else! Exclamation point. It's nice to see there's no fillers or artificial ingredients, so you plunk down your $23.77, but it turns out you've been had. The first clue was that the picture on the front was actually blackberries, photoshopped to look like black raspberries. They couldn't even be bothered to put a real image on their fake supplement. The researchers' second clue was that it sure didn't look like pure black raspberry powder, and so they put it to the test, and indeed, there was no black raspberry at all. Instead of absolutely nothing else, they should have just stopped with, "This bottle contains absolutely nothing." Or at least you hope it contains nothing. Who knows what's actually in those capsules? They tested every black raspberry product they could find, and even ones with the right picture on the front and powder that actually looked real, yet more than a third appeared to have no black raspberry fruit at all. At the moment, a consumer who assumes the U.S. dietary supplement marketplace is free from risk, or even honest, is unfortunately naive. How widespread is this deception? Researchers used DNA fingerprinting techniques to test the authenticity of 44 herbal supplements from a dozen different companies. Less than half of the supplements were authentic, containing what they said they did. Most contained plants not listed on the label, substitutions with cheaper plants, contaminants, unlisted fillers, or apparently all filler. And this isn't just fraud. Some of this deception can really hurt people. For example, one St. John's wort supplement had no St. John's wort at all, but actually contained senna instead, which is an herbal laxative that can cause adverse effects such as chronic diarrhea, liver damage, skin breakdown, and blistering. Here's how the 12 companies did. Only tested products from 2 of the 12 companies. All appeared authentic. Herbs only work if they're actually present. The supplement industry suffers from unethical activities, and by some of the manufacturers, and by some, they mean 80% of the manufacturers in this study.